So we just got done seeing the new action thriller, Black and Blue.
Yep.
Now there's action, there's also social commentary, as well as a star-studded cast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Paul.
And I'm Grace, and we are Rideout Reviews.
So this movie, Black and Blue, is directed by Deon Taylor, and it stars Naomi Harris, Tyrese Gibson, Frank Grillo, and Michael Coltier.
Yes, and this movie is about Naomi, the police officer. She witnesses the execution of a drug dealer by her own fellow cops, and she catches the entire thing on her little body cam system. And so the movie is basically her doing literally everything that she can to take that footage back to the precinct in order to put these cops behind bars where they belong.
Where they belong.
So what did you think about the movie?
Well, I thought that the movie had some awesome music in it.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it was like boom, boom. You know, it's got that good vibe. You know what I'm saying? I was vibing like Cardi B, like.
Yeah, he was definitely dancing, probably even more than that in the movies, which was great.
It was tight, man. It had good beats. One thing I really liked though was that Lecrae.
Yes.
His song was the first one that popped up on there in their opening scene. Mm-hmm. It was "Welcome to America, America" off his Anomaly album. So I thought that was tight.
That was really cool. Yeah, the music in this was great. They had so much hip hop, rap, different beats. Like you said, we were kind of vibing through the whole thing and kind of bobbing your heads, which is awesome in movies. But I also really liked the action. There was a lot of like chase scenes and fight scenes. That was just really cool. So, would you say there was any particular scene that you really liked?
Not really. I don't really have a good scene that I like.
He didn't like it.
But I did. They did a couple of things that made it look like Training Day, and so I don't know if I particularly liked it or not, because Training Day is such a superior film than this one. But they were in there, so.
Can you kind of talk a little bit more on that? Because I'm sorry, I'm not a real, apparently, movie person, because I don't think I've seen Training Day. Or if I have, I don't really remember it.
We're going to watch it. So,
we'll do a review. Keep your eyes out for it.
Because that's one of the best films, you know.
Okay.
Especially it got Denzel Washington his first Oscar.
Denzel.
As Best Actor.
Love
so.
Denzel.
Yeah,
Denzel.
sure.
Gotta watch it.
Yeah. But anyway, so there's like a scene where the girl's in the bathtub, and then there's also a scene at they were in like projects, and there's a lot of people standing around them. So you could see the influence from that aspect on this movie.
Okay.
So I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if I liked it, but what about you, man? What about you, Grace?
Not a man. There wasn't really a particular scene, but I did really appreciate there being a strong female lead.
Yeah, well, strong Black female lead.
Yes, which we appreciate. But it was great to see a woman who was willing to stand up for what she knew to be right, you know, and what she believed in. And not only that, but just the fact that a person would stand up for what they believe in despite being in the face of death. Yeah. You know, that was awesome.
Yeah, I think that's like one good thing about this movie definitely is that it seemed to have a good moral core in the aspect of doing what's right. No matter the cost. What about bad things? What you think you didn't like about the movie?
I didn't really like the relationships between the main characters. Like, I feel like this movie was really pushy, trying to make you feel a connection between them without giving you really any kind of context.
Yeah.
Like, I really wanted to feel for Naomi, and I guess what they alluded to is like her childhood friend.
Yeah.
But that's really all they gave us to go off of, so it's really hard to connect.
Yeah, for sure. I could see that they had like this huge anger for each other, but then quickly at the end of the movie, it's like all resolved, everything's good, they're all friends again.
I know, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I feel like if they would have, just had a little bit more detail involving their relationship, then I could see how they would come to that from that anger to that peace so quickly.
Give us some context clues.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't like the dialogue in this movie, man. I thought it was corny.
It was a bit.
Yeah, there was a scene, man, and they were just talking like, "Did you get her? Did you get her? You let her go. You let her go." I didn't think that was good. Plus, it's also like kind of pushy, and it's not that the content that they're trying to spread is bad, because it's actually really good, but I just feel like it just feels forced at times. There's actually a scene, or not one scene, there's plenty of scenes, and the camera will pan to her and she'll be like, "I do this because it's right." Wink. I think I blinked 2 eyes instead of one. But,
yeah, it's a little bit over the top. And another example of that is Mike Colter, I think is how you say it. Basically, Luke Cage. At least that's how I know him. They in the torture scenes, they try to portray him as this crazy, insane serial killer instead of just making him true to who he was, which was a drug dealing gangster. You know?
Yeah, that's right, man. They would way it was, it's like they would do a scene or something. There's a couple of them where he would come through and just look all crazy behind it, and it would make it feel like it wasn't even his character, who he was.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah, because they just started out the movie with how they want him to be like this gangster dude, then they ended the movie in the same way, but in between they made him feel all weird. So I didn't get it, man.
It wasn't consistent.
Yeah, definitely. And he's not even a mean bad guy. He's not the main bad dude. Now he was bad in the movie, obviously, because he's a gangster killer, but he wasn't the guy that I feel like you would show that sinisterness, because that's who it was at the beginning of the movie. But I'm done with that, man. We'll just talk about something else now. So we'll talk about the rating. So what do you what do you rate the movie?
I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. Okay. It wasn't the worst movie in the world. I mean, we're talking about a lot of bads, but it was enjoyable to watch. I enjoyed the movie. But it wasn't one of those that I was just like, oh my goodness, this was amazing. I want to go see it again, you know. So I think it earned that right there in the middle.
Right in the middle.
You know, watch it if you want, don't watch it if you don't want. Life goes on.
Yeah, for sure. Me, I'm going to give it a 2. Like I said, man, well, actually, I didn't say this, but the acting was really good in this.
Yeah.
Tyrese, dude, I thought that he was just going to ham it up when I saw it in the movie. I didn't think it was going to be good at all, but he actually did a great job.
He did.
I really felt his character and who he was and believed what he had to say. So he did a good job. Plus, Naomi, the main woman actress in this movie, she did a really good job. Yeah. And I also think the content, like I said, was good, but I just feel like the story fell flat, too many plot holes, and it was just forceful in what it was trying to tell you, you know, and I just... I didn't like it, so that's why I give it a 2.
Yeah.
But you go see it and make up, your own mind. But I didn't like it.
Yep. So the last thing we need to talk about is whether or not we feel like this movie is redeemable.
So redeemable, I would say definitely this movie has some good content in it because of the fact that this woman who is strong and black also stands up for what she believes in, regardless of the people that are around her, and like the struggle that she had to do to go through it to bring these people to justice. Yeah. As well as the fact that she says something about how a person just doing the right thing can change the community around her. So that's good.
Being the change that you want to see. It was a great message in this movie.
Yeah, so it's definitely got a good message. I just feel like in some contexts they just drop people in buckets. The blue and black. It's like police, all of them are the same. Black people, all of them the same. You know. Yeah. And so that, as well as just kind of seeing a perspective of what it's like to be a police officer in the hood in a place where there's a lot of gangsters and drugs, but also it shows a perspective of like a normal person that is living in these environments, but is not like the others that are in it, but still being abused by the police. So I feel like it's good in that aspect. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that in my Christian perspective, but I feel like if you can deal with that heavy-handedness of it, that social commentary, then it's good to watch.
Yeah, for sure. And also, if you're age appropriate, make sure you check out somewhere on the screen will be our advisory rating. Is that what we call it, advisory rating or scaling or something like that? And we'll also have it down in the description below if you want to check it out. So definitely worth a watch if you want to watch it. If you don't want to watch it, that's okay too.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but if you do go watch it, make sure you put a comment below. Let us know what you thought about it. And we don't usually ask for this, but give us some kind of rating on it. What would you guys rate it? Let us know if we're kind of hitting it on the nail.
How you like it,
So, we hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you're getting all of our content.
Hit that bell. That way you'll get notified whenever future videos come out.
Yeah, and we just want to say we appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us. Yeah, and it really, really makes us happy when we see that like button being hit and whatnot and getting new subscribers. So just makes us feel good. So we hope you guys enjoy this. And until next time, we hope you guys have a great week and keep watching movies.